Di pa yata na setting ng maayos. Parang... Wala na. Putukan pa sa likod. Navirus pa yata. Daming didilit ah. Okay.
With kids. What are these teams going to pick up right here? I have no idea. Here's the first pick of the match here. Cignal Ultra taking a little bit of time to think about it. Any picks that jump out to me at this very moment, I think one of these two teams is going to pick the Rubik because it's just a very easy, versatile hero to pick as support in this early phases right now. They're going to go for the Clockwork on the side of Cignal Ultra. Could go in the 4 row, could go in the 3 row. Unlikely to go anywhere else. Most likely Cignal Ultra just want that in the 4 position, going to be able to harass any very immobile heroes, as well as give you a very nice BKB piercing disable if you need it. Already, that takes out a few heroes in the game. You're not likely to see things like an Enigma anymore. No Bane for you either. And Execration have a little bit of time to think about what they want to do in response to that. You don't want to pick up something too destroyed by the clockwork. Would be ideal if it could get over the cogs, maybe something like a Tusk. Okay, that can get over the cogs very easily with that snowball, and is tanky enough not to die to clockwork. So that is a good pick. I was gonna guess the Mirana. Do like Tusk for his far more reliable contribution match. Don't have to rely on that arrow. You just get in there and you just keep on punching it up. Got the tag team at your back. You've got your friends. And we'll see if the homies are going to be doing the roamies, little kids, side of Cignal Ultra. Be a little kid though. 1 second. Cignal Ultra 1:35, ticking their time away. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, this is Yowamushi. I just forgot, we are streaming to twitch.tv/Dota Frontier channel today. That is twitch.tv/Dota Frontier. I am Yowamushi. If you guys are interested in my casting or this tournament, go and find our Twitch channels and press that follow button. I am going to pick up there and the Snapfire for the side of Cignal Ultra. That is beautiful combinations right there with the clockwork and the Snapfire. You have the cogs into the Snapfire ultimate. Those Mortimer's kisses will be lighting you on fire. You're going to feel like it's Vietnam all over again. Hiding in the trees in the middle of nowhere, suddenly you get accosted by one young man and his giant hookshot. Then Elizabeth Io there for Execration, giving them a support duo that is somewhat scary to deal with. Not just because of their maneuverability, but also because they always have the potential to yank away a victim from you. I did talk about that hookshot in, but if you can hookshot in, Io can relocate out. That is very, very nice thing that Execration have to be aware of as they pick this Io into this. Sven going to be banned out there by Gyro. Sven and Gyro going to be banned out there by Cignal Ultra, just banning out typical Io companions right there. What else do they need to ban out? They can choose not to ban out the Anti-Mage. There's no way you play an Anti-Mage with an Io. Maybe the Troll Warlord. We do see that sometimes Io and Cignal are taking the time to think, however. They know that out against this Io, it's very, very easy to just remove everything good. Leave him with a poor carry to deal with suddenly not just one, but two side of Execration. Something more unorthodox, like maybe a Faceless Void, could do Execration as well. Cignal Ultra gonna ban out that Slark, afraid of the sustain given to that hero. Might just be tipped over the edge there with the Io, with the possibility of the snowball save into the heal by Shadow Dance. Now, Execration, you know, they themselves have a plan right here. They ban out the Morphling, they ban out the PL, they ban out the Spectre. That leaves them with possibly a few ranged carries left. Vengeful Spirit going to be there for Execration. We could see the Luna for them as well, or it could just be a Vengeful Spirit 1. For the time being, they are just going to pick up that Vengeful Spirit, most likely in a core position, given how they already have the Io and Tusk, although it could be an off-lane Tusk, always a possibility. Ultra, they have just been thrown for a loop here. They're not sure where that Vengeful Spirit is going, and like me, they probably think that could be a tree Tusk. At this point in time, a hero that is able to maneuver away from these very telegraphed stuns side of Execration might be useful. Could pick up something like a Queen this early on. You get hookshotted, no biggie, you know, you just kind of blink out there once the battery assault gives up. Kind of just stay far away from that Vengeful Spirit. Make sure that if he's going to stun you, is the way where you get the time to respond with a blink. The Puck is also an option, of course. Immune, basically, and the Snowball due to Underlord gonna be picked up there by Cignal Ultra, and I talked about a range carry for Execration. I talked about the Luna. This is a range carry that behaves in much the same way. The Drow Ranger and the Ventral Spirit, a TikTok classic coming out of Execration. Is it enough? And forget whether it's enough, is it the right choice here going into this match? Drow Ranger going to be able to deal quite a bit of damage to that Underlord from far away. Up close though, much no damage at all. Cannot activate the marksmanship. Has his base damage reduced thanks to that atrophy aura. Execration have to realize that maneuverability is very important. They're picking a Drow Ranger into a Clockwork. That is incredibly scary for themselves. Ricky on the side of Cignal Ultra. I like this pick. This is a hero that excels at picking people off. Desio in a bad position, he's gone. Drow Ranger in a bad position, you are gone. And if you're Execration, you are sweating now because your draft looks very good on paper, but you compare that to the Cignal Ultra squad with so many mechanisms to break up your combos, and you're like, well, fuck. You're looking at just the last few picks. And what's going to be the green paint that I was talking about, along with that Slardar there from Cignal. Oh. Careful not to telegraph a last pick. What are Execration thinking about? At the last pick of the game, they could things like a lot of Storm Spirit, definitely not going to be pulled off by the Ricky. The Puck too, very cannot pick that. Donna, a poor option, allows you to jump out of the cogs and doesn't deal that much damage to you. Very, very wrong. Comes to the just go for something classic like the Dragon Knight. It does deal pretty well with all of the heroes side of Cignal Ultra. It's tanky enough not to go. And I talked about the Storm Spirit. Cignal Ultra are the ones to go for it. They have a ways into these fights very easily, Cignal Ultra, but having ways into the fight basically means that you don't have a way out. Okay, that doesn't make sense. They have ways out, but it means that because they're so committed into fighting into them, if they're far behind, Execration will just crush them every single time. Because the only mechanisms you're for fighting. You can't just be like, oh, I'm suddenly going to do something different. No. If you're the side of Cignal Ultra, all you can do is maybe split push a little bit with your Underlord Audi if you're in with your Storm, but your primary objective is to fight, and it can be difficult to fight into the death ball that Execration is preparing. Execration have to be looking at their lineup and realizing that, man, we look pretty tight, but the problem is we don't have an enforcer battles. Like, if we lose our Tusk, if we lose our Drow Ranger, what happens? Suddenly the whole fight just goes. Need an enforcing hero, a strong, bulky hero to start these team fights on the right note. Something like a Tide Hunter, although probably not Tide himself. Could even see something ridiculous like the Faceless Void. It looks really good for them at this point in time. You put the Drow Ranger maybe in a safe lane, you put the Faceless Void middle or in the off lane. Be in a very good position. You can put the Ventral Spirit middle too. I think if you're Execration, you think out of the box like that. You want some AoE ultimates. Grab them and slow them down. Other options, the OD is available. Not the strongest hero. Good ranged hero. Work next to the Drow Ranger. You're gonna settle for the Void Spirit. Okay, not a hero I am personally mad about. Very good in any situation except this one, I think. Storm Spirit gonna deal very well with the Void Spirit when he just zips in and just kind of around with you, forces you to pop all your spells defensively. And on top of that, you have the Ricky to deal with if you're this Void Spirit. You don't really have any good targets to jump on either. None of these targets on the side of Cignal Ultra are all that squishy, except maybe the Storm Spirit if you choose not to itemize in a bulky fashion. Execration Void Spirit is it's a pick that's throwing me for a loop. They needed some initiation, but Void Spirit is just squishy enough that he might just die. And it's not a very easy laning stage for him either, up against a Storm Spirit. He'll do decently. Storm Spirit will get his farm. Storm Spirit that matches your Voice Ridden farm might be able to just take over the game very, very quickly. Let me just check, ladies and gentlemen, that I did not mute my mic. Sometimes I'm in past the entire stages. Well, unmuted. No, we are not muted. That is good. That is good. Getting into this game, I have to say the Cignal Ultra draft looks good. Lord, it's really, really good. But man, that does not look like an Underlord. It looks like a robotic Pudge. Even has this axe that looks more like a hook than it does an axe. RR on Tiny. Oh, it's going to. Here we go. Execration held by B.
See you later, nerds.
For some reason, Cignal Ultra did not trigger typical. They go for the see you later, nerds. You'll definitely, regardless of the outcome of this game, it's a best of 3. Might be forced to see them a lot more times. You only want to see them twice, ideally. You have to see them 3 times. Might only see them twice in the wrong way if you get 2-0. Here we go, introducing picks. Looks like it's going to be a Raging Potato position. Vengeful Spirit next to him is going to be Z. In the middle lane, it's going to be Ken on the Void Spirit. Down at bottom, going to be RR on the Tusk and Palos on the Pos 1 Drow Ranger. Whoops, at the camera. Meanwhile, facing the Drow Ranger in the lane, it's going to be this Van and Eris on the Pos 4 Clockwork, already able to just isolate the Drow Ranger if he steps out a little bit too far and run him down. Be careful, Drow Ranger. Be very, very careful. In the middle lane, it's going to be Jamesy playing that Storm Spirit. Going to be Grimm's Snapfire. And last but not least in this game, it's a Bat on the Ricky. Abed got 10k. Abat got 10k. What's next? Bat can do it. It can do it. Eris? Also, something from Aggression. Tree for buys on this IO, by the way. On a commitment. Verify. Hi. Aura trying to run down Van. They're going to trying to get a little bit of her ass out of Van to start laning phase with, but they any. And I swear, this piece of equipment makes Underlord look like he has a very, very small head. The smallest head in the universe. Mid lane matchup, Storm Spirit against Void Spirit. Storm Spirit should have a very good time of things. Void Spirit, the threaten with very, very good remnants. Up in a necessary lead by Denver. Sloppy by Jamesy. What am I watching? Okay, let's not jinx him any further. Up top, the Snapfire and with the Ricky, to be very, very afraid on the side of Execration because B and Raging Potato can find themselves very easily isolated in the face and take them down. Might not expect the burst damage from the Blink Strike double hits either. There's quite a bit of damage. Quite extensively low potential of these two. At bottom, Palos and RR just secure a safe laning phase for Palos. Don't have to win the lane, don't have to crush the lane, just need Palos to hit 6 at a timely fashion. Hopefully get quite a bit of farm as well. Already bringing out what seems like, again, it's a sentry. A while before any sort of kill threat. Lanes from Execration are on the more passive side. They do a lot of save slash heal. Cignal are aware of that. Not be making a move with that Underlord. Leaving middle and top. Possible locations for blood. This one is always mine. Cignal. Jamesy. Whacking up Ken in the face. PS score in the mid lane is basically even. Take a look back there at the one. And as far as the farm goes, everyone in this game, well, except for this, not in a poor position, not at all. Just slightly eclipsed by the other hero. Farm are better. Let's see. Tom's gonna be popped up there by that Void Spirit Storm off his own bottle coming in. Yeah, it is. This bottle and the corresponding rune, Jamesy is gonna be very, very big. He's oh, maybe in trouble there. The Simulate now, forcing out the full stick. Jamesy. Both sides really want this rune. Jamesy, who's had higher HP potential, does have the full bottle. Execration? Bravo Cignal. Where? Raging Potato really needs that. Raging Potato? What am I saying? That Ken really needs the rune. We're gonna see a Vortex pull onto the Void Spirit. He takes quite a bit of damage, but all it does is force him on his own tower, secure the regen with Storm Spirit. That's good enough, I suppose. Storm Spirit, really scary thing to face, but he's gonna pop it now instead of holding it level 6. Probably the right thing. Save, don't have to make any thus far. Not when you have a draw ranger with side. Reliable, stable, and I don't know what I'm saying. Draw ranger isn't even on his side, it's on the enemy side. My brain is dead. It happens, it happens. No one has died yet. It's 5 minutes in. But look like they're going to go 2 apiece. We do miss the first blood. It's on the Ares as we watch that fight down at bottom. RR inside the trees. First to run the wrong way. He doesn't have boots, and I think Van does. Yeah, Van does definitely have boots, so he's going to be able to try to run him down here. One more hit necessary. Will he get it? Even if he doesn't get the hit, he does have the Firestorm. Will kill off RR, but not before RR grabs the root. So Execration still counts slightly on that. To get the first blood bounty and to get an additional. In the mid lane, both of these players just hitting 6. Potato. I don't know. Ken, why do you put raging inside your gamer tag? It's Ken, but I say raging because he is raging in his gamer tag, while Raging Potato is up here on the Vento Street. Oh, going in. Togwon's still in trouble though. Alos goes down there despite the multi-shot. I think Ranger walked out of it just nicely. That is the first death for this Draw Ranger. They're hoping that it's the last. Second Draw Ranger is a very slow Draw Ranger. Can't afford that. Once you fall behind against the Storm Spirit and the Ricky, they will just dive you over and kill you. Never, ever get your team back together. Push. RR? Body trying to see Palos. Very camp worth of. Up at top. We do catch Grim, just go down just in the nick of time. BDZ drops the Fairy Fire, but Ken is coming in looking for a kill of the Abed. If he had the Astro Step, he could have tried for one more blind slash, but did not. that in a good position, especially because there is no sentry there. Might just see these couriers coming in. Us not. Pinging him. They still want to go. Real detection though. Oh, there is on that IO. One dust. That's seemingly aware that this is going on. TP's bottom. He's out of vision as well, so they don't know. Okay. Then, what seems like a Vanguard first item, huh? Okay. Not a build-up I've seen before on the Underlord. Vanguard first item, it makes you tanky, but I'm not sure beyond that. Oh, zipping it onto BDZ. James, he's trying for it. He has the Arcane Rune, he does get it. He snowballs onto him as well, but he knows perfectly well how far he can jump, and he's playing so well right now. Going up to the high ground. Able to pull back Ken if he wants it, but that's not a kill and he knows. That is just a kill onto B. Execration. Not but watch. Yayo was stolen from in front of their very faces. BDZ keeps back middle. Ken's bottle. I'll bet he TP down bottom. Did so quite a while ago now. Bomb here, not patient this. Hit a palace. Up top here, has the treads, has a ring of regen, double wraith band. Going towards that 4-star. Very necessary against it. Very necessary for clockwork too. Getting into 10 minutes. The concerning parts for these that their supports are all under level. Every single support in this game is level 4 at the moment. Not shabby for 9 minutes, but not good either. Maybe Potato gonna clear out the triple stack there. That's gonna do wonders for us, man. Going for a Vlad, you're trying to do the bundle up armor deathball aura. Rats. Side of Execration. Cignal, what is their plan? I'll tell you what their plan is. Their plan is to take the fight by storm. No pun intended. Yes, pun intended, actually. Yeah, they're gonna take the fight by storm, true storm. Going for that Orchid already, his job is just to be as disruptive and painful in these fights as possible for Execration.
Oops.
A largely silenced gaining phase. Yar, now those shards. Doesn't find Eris. Eris though, trapped on the wrong side and he has to hook shot in onto the ground ranger. Looking for the Cosmo coming in. They're gonna be able to burst down Palos straight away. Swifty kill from Abba. Jamesy going to town on more heroes. They're gonna try to shoot behind the tower. Raging Potato in a whole lot of trouble there. There is no further lockdown for him, but they don't need it. Slow him down and take him out. Ken hiding in the trees. Hoping there's a window for him to enter. There is not. Not when Abed is just salving up. Eyeing for it though. With the dissimulate, maybe able to do a little bit more damage. No, Abed actually chasing in. BDZ has TP'd in, trying to bail out his void spray. They're gonna go for the easy Mortimer's Kisses. It blows up BDZ straight away. The rest of the kisses go into RR, who's trapped in the cogs. And they feed off another 2 kills to the side of Cignal. Execration, unaware of the folly of their actions, will begin to learn just how scary Cignal lineup can be. 12 minutes in, net worth 6.2 4K on the Storm Spirit. Has the full Orchid and Treads and Bottle at 12 minutes. Absolutely balling now. The Void Spirit still has 1,000 gold to farm for his Yule Scepter. Has to play very scared now. Vented now. Drow Ranger 4.8k net worth. Not great. Not horrendous either. We've seen Drow Rangers recover from worse.
Let us skirmish.
And Cignal says, let us skirmish. Execration know better than to try. Really need their basic items up if try for that death. Yeah, you see? Must have revealed that he has an Orchid right there because of that ward on their pesky high ground that he did not scout out. When zipping in, what's that onto? It's onto this Void Spirit. Yeah, without the Yule Scepter, he's just a sitting duck. He's gone. Cignal do not go easy on the voice lines. They Shot in. Where is that? Right there, straight onto Raging Potato. The Mortimer's Kisses light the poor Vengeful Spirit on fire. And it burns the Ring of Fire. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, zipping onto this Tusk. He's gonna be bailed out there by BDZ. Isn't enough? It's not. Aura takes down the Orchid Afterburn. And Jamesy is balling. He's not gonna go for a defensive item, he says. I'm gonna go for that Kaya. And I'm gonna be in your face regardless of whether you like it or not. They're looking at Palos in the mid lane. The only thing saving him is the fact that Jamesy has no mana whatsoever. Jamesy, hopefully he gets regen rune somewhere. It is a regen rune, but it's for Palos instead. Unfortunate for him. Ken? Quite silent so far. 1-1 and 1. 1-1 and 0 on him. For Yule Scepter, not too far off that now. And Palos? Fun. Bill hoping to get his Hurricane. So far, this Raging Potato Vengeful Spirit not done much of anything. Magic Missile is not coming useful, the Aura is not coming useful, Devastator is not coming. It eventually will when they can save targets from aggression. And they're sending a lot of heroes up here by Execration. They think that this is a solo. They think this is a solo Underlord, but what they don't know is that the forces of Cignal are actually just waiting for an entry, and they can't trade it. Whip shot on this Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger starts the fight dead. They go for the nice right there. Snowball wants it out onto it. It's onto Van. All it does is send the Tusk to his death. And on the back lines, Jamesy trying to chase for more. Trying to get Ken right here, but Ken has the Astro Step. Goes out to safety. Loses his courier in the meantime. A bat cleans up the Vengeful Spirit, but Raging Potato does secure Grims on the way out with the Dead Illusion. A 3-for-1 right there along with the courier. A 1,000 net worth swing. And Ken still does not have his Yule Scepter. Sadness. Sadness and pain. Life is misery. Right here, and Orchid, what's it onto? It's onto the Drow Ranger. Palos hits the deck. They tip him.
But my sadness that you're gone.
He admits nothing but their sadness. It's gone. Knocking on the doors of this T1 tower, taking it down ASAP. Execration still in no position to fight. At least now they have a save for Ken's Yule Scepter. Scout out Raging Potato, or is it Raging Potato scouting out them? He fakes the Magic Missile. The silence goes out onto Raging Potato. Raging Potato is just stuck here. He dies. The illusion goes out. He's trying to get the courier with it. He does. The rest of the Multimus Kisses will go to RR, forcing him back. And Execration are looking for an opening here. They're going to walk up onto the high ground, realize that this is a bad idea, and back off. still full mana on James. He has the DD as well. Which explains their reluctance to show faces. And Execration, they're revealing themselves. They're trying for the setup onto the Stormspirit. That's not going to work. Not when the clockwork is there. Or is it going to? James actually goes down to the blast damage potential of these heroes. They're punching up in the end. They do finish off RR though. Not a bad trade at all for Execration. They're still happy with what they got. They killed off the most important hero for the side of Cignal in that Stormspirit. A full Sange is up. Clockwork, he's for a halberd right there, trying to hook shot in, and the draw ranger. I would Crimson God is there for Crimson God is there for Crimson. Crimson God is there for Underlord. Crimsy, maybe in the wrong place at the wrong time. He goes for the hook. Not the hook, the ice shards. My words are all over. SRD Steve, they're kind of looking at zipping forward onto Raging Potato. They get the silence out onto him. He's very, very tanky. It'll take a long time to kill him. They hookshot in onto this Draw Ranger, but Draw Ranger simply force stuffs out to safety. Cignal seem to be trying to leave the fight. They're going to be able to get RR here. RR cannot run, cannot hide. Meanwhile, Ares, who hookshotted in, is dead. Immortimus Kiss is coming out onto this hero. The relocate out to safety. Ken may be in trouble. They have to silence out onto him. Has the Yo Scepter. Is he going to be able to get it off? Gets it off, but only barely in the nick of time. Going to come back down into the silence and be killed. The relocate back still leaves BD trapped inside the pit. But I don't think they will chase further. Not when Jamesy is so low on mana. Get the silence out of the Raging Potato. Why is he still here? He thought that it might have been an opportunity to collapse around. The Cignal players were diving Execration on the high ground. But Execration's discipline mean that they're caught out, and now they're looking to go for more. No, they decide that's as far as it goes. We back off. Safe. Why not? You're this far ahead already. No harm, no foul. Who's there being punched up into the air? It's Van, who's but not that tanky. He goes down to the snowball. RR going to drop. Jamesy trying to look for a good jump here. Not able to get one. The silence though, it's out of the Abed. Abed alone out of trouble. No one's here to save him. He's going to die. There was a hookshot and the cogs available. Go for the ice shard block. Attempt onto Grims. Slowed down by Frost Arrows on the multi-shot, but he manages to get the cookie up to the high ground.
是一个没有感情的刷钱机器。
And the bat goes for the 我是一个没有感情的刷钱机器. I am an emotionless card swiping machine. Card reader. Hopes he is. He needs to start farming soon. Gotta collect that gold somewhere or other. And really, Cignal just feel like they ruled the day that they chose not to go for Bloodstone on Stormspirit. If they went for Bloodstone, he would be swimming in charges. Halfway to the Aghanim Scepter, this Void Spirit is. Droll has the Yasha now on the quarry. They smoke on tree side of Execration, looking someone, anyone side of Cignal down at bottom. There isn't anyone. They scan for it too. Don't realize that it's completely deserted. They do finally scout out two up here. Sentry just barely out of range there. It's unfortunate. They smoke on top of a rune. Smoke on top of a ward. This is bad. Execration can just choose to avoid this. This is a little bit tricky for them. They don't have an instant way to spawn. Zip in. They'll just decide to leave the area. Release the smoke from Cignal. Arguably the right play there. And Rainy Potato is very tanky. We did see that just now. The pipe kept him alive for so long. Jamesy, that was his arcade room. Farm up now. Picks up a wave bottom. Gonna go back and farm even more. Crazy up here on the high ground. They're gonna see that walk up here. That is a mistake. Jaeger ended up being dropped down. Hookshot follows it onto. It's onto the Draw Ranger. Draw Ranger is still being followed by a bat there, but the snowball is there to break up the aggression. And now stuck inside these cogs. Palos may be in trouble. But Ricky does join him. They're trying to blow him up. Cignal Air is still fighting for his life. The swap fight he does go out, but it doesn't save anybody because Palos is already dead. Ricky Potato in a whole lot of trouble. He goes down along with the Ventral Spirit. Now everybody's on the run. A double kill for the Underlord and a triple kill for Jamesy there. That's a dieback on the Void Spirit, by the way.
See you later, nerd.
Ultra kill for them as they get the IO. He dieback on the Void Spirit. He was so close to the Aghanim Scepter. Now he's not. Every time they take one step forward, it's 2 steps back for the side of Execration. Cignal are proving to be the kings of the mountain right here in the Inertia League. And now Palos, you're in trouble. They're gonna cookie back onto you. They hookshot it. Hookshot actually misses. It's a poor miss. Palos is just going to leave there. They're still chasing for him. They get the clumsy net out, but Io is there to heal them out. Now everybody on the side of Cignal maybe has gone too far. Ares is dead. Van trying to TP out using the Underlord ulti. It's not gonna save him, I don't think. Yeah, he goes down. They still think they can fight this. They're zipping in onto this Draw Ranger. They're gonna be able to kill him, I think. No, the swap, the heal, the mech actually heals him up completely to full, and he's not going to die. He is. Finally, Zinji zips in with the BKB. He doesn't have any more mana though, so now Jamesy in a lot of trouble. He's gonna die here. Pace of his life. Abed on the run, still has the Aegis to be immortal, but realizes that he cannot fight. He actually comes out off his tricks of the trade by accident. This is an absolute mistake by Cignal. They've given away way too much. They're all going to die. Trying to get the IO before he pays with his life. The Yoceptor is there to set up with the random combo. Every single thing out onto this Ricky. Ricky is dead. They tip him. Have Cignal just committed the throw of their lives? They were 10,000 net worth ahead. Now it's 3,000 net worth swing towards Execration. It's going to be more. They give up Eris right there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are enjoying the coverage for the Law of Inertia League, that's what we're watching right now. This is Yowamushi P. You can find me at twitch.tv/YowamushiP. YOWAMUSHIP. You can find the official Law of Inertia channel at twitch.tv Dota Frontier. Stepping on, they see the Void Spirit wasted his Disinlet. He's being silenced up. The Yoceptor is used, but he's coming back down into a silence. He will finally die. They remind them that though they've come back up a little bit, they're still on the back foot. JD has been involved in 22 kills, but he's 15 kills to his name on the Storm Spirit. That's absolutely absurd.
I take a look at the items on the side of Execration. Raging Potato, he's actually chosen to go back for the drums. Very interesting choice. 5 minutes into the game, he's like, I need a pair of drums, huh? Ken has his Aghanim Scepter. Buy it out. PR, Duplicate on him, Gold Scepter on BD. Thing Palace with the Manta style. The Hurricane part. Speed up this T2 to run. The hero levels tell very interesting story. Cores from Cignal are getting very under-leveled at this point. Could become food game. Still, very, very early in this game, it feels like. Neither of these sides are bleeding heavily. Just a little bit roughed up. We're gonna see a snowball. What's it onto? It's onto the... Oh, they get a swap out. Tusk being saved up. Mortimer's Kiss is being interrupted straight away by Ken, who zips in with the Aether Step. They're still chasing for more kills. Trying to get somebody here, but they all survive. Finally, Grims is going to die. RR as well. Abed chasing for more kills. Abed in a whole lot of trouble there. This time he has no Aegis. He's maybe going to die. He goes for the Manta stuff. Has to jump up to the high ground. And speaking of the high ground, that's where Raging Potato is finished off by Eris. They're now laying into Van, thinking about going in. Jamesy still has quite a bit of mana. Going to go for that Underlord ulti and relocate out for the side of Cignal. The only kills on either side of the match are support. Using one for Cignal and two for Execration. Clearing my throat. Rocket on! Nice thing about that is that there's 2 Bloodstone charges for the Storm Spirit. It may not have been the biggest, but Bloodstone charges are very, very nice to have. Reduce the downtime you have between fights from 30 to seconds or so. Very important. Now you're jumping in onto this voice wave. He is silenced up. He silenced Cloud though. Ricky is actually alone here. He's forced to BKB. Thinking about TPing. He doesn't realize that. Oh, zipping it. Trying to go onto this Draw Ranger. The tether is not there. There is, however, a Ghost Scepter that bails him out. Palos will eventually fall. They're still looking for BD inside the tree. They'll finally see him. They're still throwing auto attacks. Abed did clean out RR in the meantime. 2 Bloodstone charges going over the Storm Spirit tree for the Cignal squad. The voice wheel, they will do it now. They're taking the T2 towers. And Ken, why that fight started, going to try make up for his mistakes by split pushing and cutting off the wave. Now they're zipping forward. Who are they zipping forward on? It's Raging Potato. Raging Potato is gone. Your T-trees are pretty much always gone at this point of time. Very warm for Cignal. Again, very, very happy that they took down one of the top teams, not just in the Philippines, but in Southeast Asia. The skewer out onto Sandor. Andor does die. Stepping in furthermore, looking for a kill onto this Draw Ranger. Oh, throwing all those orbs. KB on the bet.
On the way out, trying to get out with that underload ulti. They accidentally left Grims behind though. Yeah, that's gonna be a kill on Grims. He's making them work for it, but... Top 10 anime sacrifices of all time. Meanwhile, Jamesy working on an Aghanim Scepter of his own. Getting ready to pull them all in for that one big firestorm into hookshot, into Cox combo. I believe in that combo. I also believe that Palace is getting BKB soon. They're going in the pit. Bit optimistic here by Execration. Snapfire instantly bites back. It's gonna be scouted out by the rocket flare. Into the pit we go for both of these two teams. 70% is the health on that Roshan. Still plenty of time they have to spend inside this pit. Both sides able to scout it out with the vision that they have. Well, being gone on. They get the zip. What's it onto? It's onto this Io. Io is being swapped out by Raging Potato. He goes into the Glimmer. Will make it out to safety. Palos though, not so lucky. In the BKB, they don't deal that much, but now that the BKB is over, now he has to be very, very afraid. The relocate does go out though. It saves him, but the rest of his team is dying. They're going to go gone. Dead on Raging Potato, dead on RR, still looking for more. Jamesy doesn't even have mana to zip away. He does. If he wants it, he does not actually. Actually just relates. Sorry, actually just waits for the heal. Oh! Back into the pit for the side of Cignal. Got a little bit more out of the last trade. It wasn't a perfect one, but Bobber and Child are fine. Try to hookshot up blind to the high ground. It barely misses. Zipping in. What's it onto? It's onto this Idol. They don't even have vision. They just kind of tried their luck. They get it. 3-man silence there by Palos. He's in the BKB, but he's just running inside of that BKB. They're trying to get a kill onto a bat. He instantly pops the cheese to make sure that he will not go. Ares going for at least 75 seconds. Van goes into the ulti. He's not going to do anything. What just happened right there? No idea. Both a death or a split pushing Snapfire. Execration. Still not in the lead yet, 11,000 net worth down, but after winning that fight, they begin to feel like this is their game to lose. Next items already. Voice Spirit going to be able to KB at one go. He's going to do. Io really wants the Holy Locket. Very good, but yeah, it is. In onto Ken, who just gets absolutely eviscerated by this damage. Yeah, hello, you didn't see that coming. What is that? It's Ares in the wrong place at the wrong time. Jesus Christ, my mind wandering right now. Not able to keep up with that action. Exhaustion has taken the reins. Cignal, they still have this Aegis. They have to get something done with it, or risk their entire lead being squandered away like this. Execration, they've executed very well now, starting with the saves. Every single time it feels like Talos is going to die from two heroes coming in. They get the swap out, they get the Mectron out, bring him back to full, and he kills everybody. Cignal might want to start itemizing some burst damage soon, just to mitigate the possibility of that save. And Jesus Christ, there. Falling asleep at the wheel. Oh, zipping forward. What's it onto? This Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit, Raging Potato gonna pop out the Minotaur Horn. The hook shot out onto him, though. That's no force stuff. No way to save him. He's going to drop. Goes out into the illusion form. They do have further action on RR. Will be slowed down with the Nullifier. Rolling up onto this Ricky. Ricky in a lot of trouble. Ahmed does not have recovery there. Has to be careful not to drop down way too low. The multi-shot makes short work of his remaining HP, but he's still alive by 250 HP. Ken on the high ground. Jamesy trying to get a kill here, but everyone is going to come down. The quickly brings Van down to the low ground. He will be fine. Still has the 4-star. And while all this is happening, Ares actually went deep in. Everybody on the run for the side of Cignal. Van is going to make it out alive for sure. He already went into Dark Rift. And you know, all of this aggression from the side of Cignal, every time they do this, it just seems like they hover around a little bit too long and they get punished for it, just like how Jamesy dies. It's this watch here that does absolute wonders. Side of Execration, and Cignal, they're sloppy when it comes to that vision. Observer wards out around the map, none at all. Every time they pick up 3 or 4 kills, they lose a carry or core, and they can't push. Ricky, 6 slotted already, no place to go with this item build. Gonna be absolutely screwed when he realizes that he cannot fight any longer. Not against the immense damage coming out of Execration. Their double auras. We're gonna see eye shots out onto Ares. Ares is gonna have to hook shot to his teammate up on the high ground. Silent stop. Gonna hit the floor Van, maybe. He goes Scepter's out, so the multi-shot doesn't finish him off. Can he go into the Dark Rift? He does. Enough of the voice lighting. Cignal, please. DD on this Jaw Ranger. That T3 tower is crumbling. They have to glyph. Big forward, what's it onto? Just to clear those creeps. Raging Potato, he's gonna go for that AC. There's an S and Y on him. Tanky, annoying to deal with, and really only just there for the auras that he provides, but that's good enough. B03 gonna pick up that Havoc Hammer on himself, so Ken gonna be even more of a disruption in fights and bring an additional, what is it, 300 damage?
Yeah, about 300 damage. Reeves, Ghost. We're gonna see a smoke coming out of these heroes. One of them is not in the smoke though. It's Palos who is not. They're hovering around the Roshan pit.
My sadness that you're
It's gonna
gone.
come up soon. The earliest it will come up soon is the latest. It's gonna be in 3 minutes. It is such a fast spawn though. Very, very quick, this spawn of Roshan. Swap back, Abed goes for the BKB because he realizes that on the high ground, his Raging Potato has cut off his escape. He's already zipping out there. Is the Dark Drift available? It is, but he is silenced up. And now fighting in the Mortimer's Kisses onto 2 heroes right there to get the pullback onto them. These are in trouble. Raging Potato gonna go down first. They're gonna be able to get the Tusk as well. And now on the run, these heroes from the side of Palos. BKB is still available for Palos there. The Glimmer Kid going to be able to save Grim. The BKB is trying to fight, able to get the Skitter off. But some of these heroes are starting to die. James especially is going to be silenced up and finished. And the Clockwork, whose job is to isolate this Drow Ranger, manages to do it, but not to kill her. Palos on the run, still burning down to the 5-star, will finally go down. Ken, the only survivor from his team. This was a buyback from Jamesy. Is it going to be worth it? It is! Catch that Void Spirit. Buyback from Void Spirit. He cannot hold without that buyback. Ken's just gonna press that button. Heading up to the high ground, making short work of that T3 tower. The entire creep wave for his merit. And now they see Palos buy back. I think they will leave. Go back to their own side of the map. Yes, silly. Bleh. Really exciting time to live in if you're an Execration fan right now. This entire game has been back and forth. Finally, Cignal are back ahead conclusively. They've been ahead in terms of network pretty much the entire game. It's just the momentum felt like it was going to keep swinging in Execration's favor. But now Cignal have cleaned them all up. There remains a huge window of opportunity for both teams, however, because buybacks are on cooldown. That's a hook shot in. They actually push down the Drow Ranger onto the low ground. Yes, the BKB. Palos forced to run away. BKBs are popped on Ken as well. Jamesy trying to find it out. Gets the illusion because Raging Potato is dead. Pull back onto Ven. Ken from the low ground. Aris being wheeled upon. Goes to the multi-shot. Might proc. Aris is fine. Still chasing for more. Trying to get Palos. Will not get it. Back off. That illusion from the Venture Series is so damn tanky. Jumping in onto this IO. He's trying to pick him up, but he don't have enough damage just yet. Now they do with the hookshot, and the Mortimer's Kisses coming in. BKB has been popped for the Drow Ranger. 8 seconds on his 4-star. They're going to go for that multi-shot. Oh, the multi-shot actually going to clean up Ares. The Dark Rift does pull out everyone else though, and now they're just going to run away. To Clockwork, but they get the IO. I guess that is okay. Item progression. Void Spirit looking for that Octarine Core, trying to increase his damage output by making his spells come out
little bit more often. Tusk has not had item progression for pretty much 20 minutes now. Oh, zipping in. That's a very optimistic zip by James. He's trying to get his hands on somebody. James, he almost just dies. He still had the Aegis, so I think dying would have been the right choice there. Vengeful Spirit being called out right here. Can they kill him? They do. Abed took a lot of damage and does not have the cheese because it's inside his backpack. He is being wailed upon right now. You have to use the cheese. He does not. So he actually dies without popping it. The Aegis goes down. That's a buyback straight away from Abed. He's buying Boots of Travel to come back into this fight. They think that this is an opening because these calls from the side of Execration are on buyback. They're jumping on the Palace. Palace in so much trouble. The swap is there. It's not the swap actually, it's real. Okay, he's out to safety. They're still chasing in on the base, but Tusk is not going to die just yet. He finally does fall. Can make a whole lot of trouble. The silence out onto 3 heroes. James realizes that this is actually a very, very poor fight. Even if they get Ken, which they might not when BD is healing him up. BD jumped in though, tried to keep his team alive. The fire coming in through the fire and the flames. Maybe this is it. It's going to be a solo Drow Ranger up against the world. He 4-stuffs Bats to the other side, trapped in the cogs. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're locked in here with me. And what they realize that this is not worth it. You might not even get the kill. Just get those wrecks, get the gem, and get out. Get the gem, and get out. Don't see the gem, they see a block shot onto this Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger is definitely gonna die here, even if he gets the BKB off. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. This is GG. They finally call it. They hold so well for so long in this game 1, but at 50 minutes in, Execration's resolve is found wanting. 5-0-0-5, Cignal Ultra victory. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so sorry for being slightly late coming back to friggin' game. This is game 2, of course, of the series between Execration. Cignal taking game 1 in flashy fashion. It's a hard-fought game by both sides. 50 minutes, and for 45 of them, no one could honestly say who was going to win. It was kind of one of those Southeast Asian games where throw after throw, but in reality, no one's actually throwing. It's actually just fashion fighting Dota coming out. You can't really predict who's going to win these fights because everyone has moments where they over predict something out of the extraordinary, and suddenly the whole plan goes awry. For these teams, they will be looking for ways to stabilize that game because both sides know that they were dangerously close to either losing or winning that game. Now on the side of Cignal Ultra, they're going to plan out that clockwork, realize it was a constant thorn in their side the last game. Those hook shots just so difficult to deal with. That is actually my bad. It was Execration who were facing the clockwork Cignal Ultra had in the last game, so it's surprisingly enough, Cignal choose to ban it out. It might be because Execration have first pick, so you don't want to give it over to Execration after Execration has seen what it can do. Execration will settle for the Magnus. I say settle, still a very powerful hero in its own right. This Magnus, the empower, the damage potential of this hero very high, and you don't even discuss the repositioning potential of the skewer, and of course the one and only absolutely horrendous and horrific powerful spell in that RP. IO has been banned out there by Cignal Ultra. Don't want to deal with that at all. They saw it from Execration, and even though Execration lost, it was a massive pain. So many times they came so close to killing the Draw Ranger, but a sudden last minute mech, a sudden relocate, and the plan goes wrong. So that out, just take it out, don't play against it. Phoenix picked up there by the side of Cignal Ultra. Seconds there. Execration make a decision. They're going to go for the Faceless Void, giving them of some very easy to execute here. Magnus and Faceless Void also combining together with the good in the Empower for the Faceless Void to keep on farming. Farming creeps, farming heroes is going to be very nice. Side of Execration. Really, I like this opener. Cignal Ultra have to find ways to disrupt mad combo from Execration. Could see something like a Willow being picked up just for the ability for Terrorize to break things apart. Is Master going to be their choice on Cignal Ultra? Raw does help a lot against this Faceless Void and the Magnus. If you're in a situation where catch one of them out, you want to be able to finish them off before they cast any of their spells, and that's what Raw is very good at. Isolating one hero, taking him out, stunning him even through KB, where hopefully you're off. Does also have some synergy with the Phoenix in that the Raw does reposition some heroes, so when you're trying to hit the egg, the Raw pushback could actually be quite a significant factor. Pop Vandal there by Execration. Side on the ban. What's it gonna be? Tell me, strangers, you tell me. Be Vengeful Spirit. Okay, that's a good ban. Provides you with a save should there be a good or an RP. I want to take away that Dark Willow though. It's really jumping out to me. If Cignal Ultra get the Dark Willow, they have a very powerful combo there. Not only is it just a good combo with the Phoenix and gives them a lot of damage that Cignal Ultra need, it also allows them to deal with that Chronosphere, because when you drop the Chronosphere or you drop an RP, Dark Willow from afar can just break up the entire fight with good Terrorize. Winter Wyvern could be a very good ban for the exact same reasons, but they will choose to take out the Morphling instead. Nowadays, these bans very concentrated on these carries. Maybe not in a good way. Cignal Ultra Pick up the Wyvern here. I know you wanted the Wyvern, the Willow. Heroes like that. Very, very good. Making up for the shortfall that you have defensively. Thinking. Time being, just looking at those bands. One of the bands that I would possibly want Execration, want Cignal Ultra to make. I would want them to ban the Oracle. Oracle, incredibly strong for Execration. Magnus and Faceless Void are both very, very tanky. Barely, you almost get to kill them, and then suddenly the False Promise goes out, and they cast their Chronosphere / their RPs on your face guy. Ban out the one of those middle of the road bans that tell us that they are not really looking hard about the synergy, just taking out what would be good in general. Cignal Ultra there have to be looking for ways to nullify those AoE spells on the deck. I would say the Winter Wyvern or the Dark Willow, but I think they're thinking more along the lines of the Aura themselves. Drafting. Maybe panicking in the draft. No time left. Come on, Cignal Ultra. I feel like Bane could be pretty good. Able to nullify targets inside of that clone. Okay, they're gonna go for that Rubik. Okay, this is a middle of the road option. Pretty good against Magnus, not so much against the Faceless Void. Yeah, Chronosphere is a good spell to steal, but most of the time when you manage to steal Chronosphere, it's only after a successful one has been cast itself. And it's not like you can counter cast the Chronosphere on the Faceless Void to stop it. It doesn't work that way. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are enjoying our coverage today, by the way, if you like and follow, subscribe. I'm not sure what Twitch decides to call it. It's up to them, but go straight for it. All available for you. Oracle was indeed a pick there by Execration. Okay. Did say it would be very good against this Beastmaster. And there they go. Is not to be denied them. Now Cignal Ultra are really in trouble. The picks that they have on the table don't have that much damage to take down the Magnus or the Faceless Void. Nor do they have a good way to isolate this Oracle. Ember Spirit could be a decent option, as could be the Puck.
Mars!
Good elusive that can disrupt those team fights. They choose to go Mars. Very tanky fellow for sure, but looks like you might run into the Mars problem where you throw the ulti and the arena, yeah, but you don't kill anybody in it due to your very, very low damage potential from your team. And then, well, the entire fight just goes to pieces, right? You don't kill anybody in your ultimates, you're gone. Cignal Ultra, where's your damage gonna come out from? Speaking of damage, Execration have the Snapfire for damage into RP and into the career. Those Mortimer's Kisses hurt a lot. No matter how I look at it, Execration seem to have the far superior draft in this game too. The Inspector were banned. They're gonna ban out the Bat Rider on the side of Cignal Ultra. Execration? Go for that Earth Spirit. Okay, that's a mid Earth Spirit, I think. Mid Earth Spirit, an off lane Magnus, and a safe lane Faceless Void. Cignal Ultra. They know what to do against a mid Earth Spirit. It's a very tricky hero to play up against. It's kind of impossible to shove him out of lane.
Wraith King!
Oh, that Wraith King, I do not like that one bit. Cignal, where's your damage? Your lockdown is poor, your damage is poor. Your catch is average at best.
And the worst thing of all, your lanes do not look like they are winnable. Raging Potato is on the Snapfire. It could be offlane Snapfire. Or Earth Spirit for the fall. Looks like that's what it's going to be. Way. Still a very difficult draw for Cignal. Not sure why the lobby is not ending, but it's time to go. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go into this game, I have to remind you guys, this is Yowamushi P streaming from Frontier Twitch channel. This is the Law of Inertia League. So, like our coverage, you guys like our content, do go to the Dota Frontier Twitch TV and like that. If you guys like my content, go to twitch.tv/YowamushiP. That's YWAMUSHIP, Yowamushi. Right there. Hope to see you soon. Back to the game itself, right and proper.
Ding, 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 ding.
Prepare for battle, ding, ding, ding. Fuckers. Here we go. Cignal. Ooh, what was that?
You've been
Cignal versus Execration. A bat in this bot lane. It's going to be a mid Mars played by James E. Grims on the 4 Phoenix. Core Rubik. Oh no, it's not a Core Rubik. Okay, his stats look like a core for a time. Eris on this Rubik and Van on the Beastmaster. Bossabot, good luck. Says RR. LGL Pole. I do not speak Tagalog or Bahaya. Not Bahaya, Bahasa. Saya. No idea what. Lost an RR up here. Get off to a pretty good time because Ben and Eris probably not able to put up that much onto loss. But also already taking down the Time War. Raging Potato. That is in fact a tree.
Bear to look.
Skyrock Mage. Skyrock Mage Snapfire. Rain is. Unfortunate deny there for Ken. HP. James is gonna have a pretty good time up against Ken. Just to be careful not to get skewered into tower by the Magnus. By the Magnus. Horn of Magnus. Something to be very, very afraid. Down at bot, a bot. Not like this matchup. Because with a roll on him, just a cookie slash a shotgun blast. He had half HP. So many half HP opportunities to take. Oh, in the mid lane, wow. I think he just didn't realize that the God Tribute will kill Furious. Ken possibly not realizing that the Furia was in trouble delivering. James goes for. He's having a very good time middle, 11 and trees. Fire blast being used. Pulling in onto a bot being kicked back, and now the cookie is there. Raging Potato, does he have enough mana? He does with the mango right there. The bot goes straight down. This is why I said you're not going to like this lane.
said it in the draft and I just illustrated why he is going to die if he steps out a little bit too far. Fortune's then channeled out onto Van right there. Moss trying to man up against Ares. He's taking a lot of damage on the loft. Trying to go for the last hit there, sorry. Jamesy potentially going to die here. He got skewered into tower by Raging Potato. By Ken, not Raging Potato. What am I saying? Bottle is there, so he's going to be able to get in range for that shockwave. Turning around though and straight into the spear. The roll is there and he's going to be slowed up by the kick. Jamesy, can he still make it out here? No, the skewer is coming in. Can they get the last hit onto Jamesy? He's still alive. He will finally fall, but it takes 2 heroes. And while that is happening, a kill goes on top. Looks like he just wasn't expecting the damage potential coming out of Ares, and Van got lifted back, just got right click down. Jamie's middle lane squandered in that fashion. A death like that. Ace rune up at top. Both sides are aware of this. There isn't much Jamesy can do. Hand it over to Cignal are not giving up with the style voice wheeling. Abed survives a cave down at bot lane, gets solved up by his other fortunes and out onto Ares, but big drop makes it negligible. The double stun there with the lift. Moss is just leading end up against Vandal, dropping maybe a little bit low. Picks up. Back up to 60% HP, skewered back into the tower once again. Jamesy in so much trouble, especially with BDZ coming in. He's holding the roll, trying to make sure Jamesy cannot escape. Jamesy sticks upon it. He gets the spear out onto Ken, but all this is delaying the inevitable. They will kill him, and Ken even gets a bottle refill. The second time, Moss has screwed up by being skewered in. He overplaying his hand. Bat is trying to rush a Midas. He does not care. Here, across the river. Fiddle with Ken. That bot. Some pressure, but up at top, there's gonna be some aggression out onto RR. The lift was already by the Zap. Level 2 Zap. Did it dissuade Palos from chasing even further. He does jump forward, but with the Fate Bolt on him, he doesn't deal that much damage despite the bashes onto Ares. He's coming in. That's why the side of Execration are playing so aggressively. The rope, it does connect with the Rubik. Is Rubik in trouble though? He pops the stick, has the raindrop. They're going to be able to get the kill onto RR before they die. Palos jumping back out. Van may be in a whole lot of trouble. Can they get one more bash onto him? If they do, Van is dead. Yeah, Van is dead now that they got that bash. So unfortunate for him. The roll will kill him off. If he got that bash, he was dead, and he got that bash. But Jamesy is here to clean things up. Off to a pretty good start. So far, so good. But it's around this time that the Midas is going to be completed by a bat, and it's an unanswered Midas. I'm gonna have to start putting quite a bit of aggression on this Wraith King. I know start farming up. There's nothing. About the silence there. Everything is made. Don, I did hear a roll. What is it onto? It's onto absolutely nothing. Up at top though, in a lot of trouble. It's Raging Potato on this net fight. He gets rolled up. He's being burned down by the sun ray. He cannot make it out alive here. No way, they tip him. Playing so far up. A mistake on his part. Palos already used the jump. There is still a while. Popped here though. Ken is trying to run in. They did see him because of the vision provided by that hawk, so they know exactly where he is. They didn't drop the sentry. The sentry was already there, but the sentry will reveal where he is, and Ken will realize that this is a bad idea and back off. Good kill by Cignal, but the bigger prize is forcing this Magnus to TP up here without giving him anything in return. Down at bot, a bat loses his first life. He's probably going to lose his second to Raging Potato, who TP'd in. Pull him up, they all tip him as a group.
I admit nothing but my sadness.
See you later, nerds. See you later, nerds.
Sees them later, nerd. Why see them later? I wish you saw them earlier, because if you saw them earlier, wouldn't have died to their rotation. Nice. Dom's gonna be ours. Beastmaster already has a... Cignal, secure the top T1 tower. Wraith King just died middle. They're just... That's right.
There is nothing that can stop this man!
Oh, that's a chrono. On onto the mid lane, onto the Rubik. So is... Sis. That always confuses me. Mortimer's Kiss is a singular spell, but it's written in the plural. Is it using those Mortimer's Kisses, or you this Mortimer it as a singular, the single spell or the plural? Hard to say. Then again, if you have a copy of the movie The Birds, you still call it a copy of The Bird. Say one signed The Birds. That is the English for Raging Potato right here. See, Gamesy. On the blink. Ken's goal. Echo save. Power right there, but what is stolen there? Not too bad, not too decently good. Does help you farm a lot though. Short term, a bad farm top. He's got the Midas, but he's falling behind in terms of farm. He's behind all 3 cores on the side of Execration. Mid lane, looks like something is going on there. They actually get the kill onto BDZ with the arena.
Skirmish.
Out onto him. These teams, as you guys can tell, they play each other and they each other very well. Going in with the skewer, looking for that RP, the cookie. That's gone. On to Ven, on the Beastmaster. Beastmaster starts off the fight dead. Jamesy turned around a little bit too late for the spear. Not able to bail his friend out. Pins into the... Great. The silence! It catches Grims, so Grims is able to cancel the Icarus dive, and he goes back into his death. Very good control there by BD. He's catching him with the silence right as the Icarus dive starts. We get a Kronos here in the mid lane. Ares in so much trouble, so is Jamesy. He's gonna have to walk it off, but he cannot do it. Not when appearing flying flames will finish him off, which it does. Abed now in a lot of trouble. They are going to be able to keep him here for quite the long while. Reinforcements come. There's a roar in the mid lane onto this face the void. They managed to chain stun him. Do they have enough damage? I don't think so. Yeah, not with the false promise, definitely. RP onto 2 heroes. They're all going to die. You're all dead, kids. This could be a very quick game. Execration and just steamrolling the point of time now. The shockwave catches Abed through the trees. He has a reincarnation, but that's just a wasted cooldown. Because when he comes up, he's almost certainly going to die. Actually, no, the 3-man arena is going to be big. The cookie does hit too, though. They're all in trouble right there. Finally, they get the kill onto Ares. They're still moving on to the Rave King. And now Jamesy, who came in for the Azul arena, is just going to perish outside of it. Cignal, you won game 1, but now you're just getting cocky. Where is your damage, Cignal? I said it in the draft. Where is your damage? Oh no. No catch. No damage. What do you have? Bunch of tanky heroes that walks around and dies. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're back at home, start deciding whether or not you want to watch Game 3, because there is definitely going to be a Game 3 at this point. That's a roll. What's it onto? It's onto this Magnus. He's in trouble there. A roll catches Ares right on the edge. He's being kicked back. He skewers him onto the high ground though with the stolen skewer. Meanwhile, the flames burn down Van, and the egg does go off, but it doesn't even matter because they kill it in the blink of an eye. BD barely survives. Same with Raging Potato. Raging Potato getting speared into the arena. He finally does die. That the one kill that Cignal gets. The RP for Jamesy, it's okay, it's perfectly worth it, especially... Oh, they accidentally skewed him up to the high ground, and he actually killed BDZ, what's going on? Clown Dota. But for Cignal, it's Frown Dota, that's the only expression they can have right now. Other than the QQ. Can't imagine they're smiling. 6, 0, and 8 on this Magnus, 0 and 9 on this Faceless Void. But more importantly, it's BDZ on the Earthsphere that has been exploiting every single mispositioning from them. Saber on this faceless wall. Does make him tanky enough by the very important. Might just run into Execration. They're there, but Cignal. $11K net worth lead at 18 minutes is pretty much insurmountable, but we've seen comebacks from worse. What are the tools that Cignal have to make this a go? Cook's gonna be stolen there. Bit of a mistake. Would have pressed this E to give the little shredder instead. I think you definitely give it shredder. It's much better than giving it. Look up. Oh, try to catch Abed. Off on his. Abed, no. Ah, no, he does not. They roll up onto Jamesy though. James don't want to be caught out of position. He's being kicked out. Interested in his team. The arena is on the 3 heroes, but I don't think it matters. All it does is delay the individual. He actually rolls down to the low ground to catch up with Jamesy. Jamesy's still alive. Pretty healthy actually. 900 HP on him. He's gonna start TPing. And that whole engagement actually becomes much ado about nothing.
Nothing that can stop this man!
Graves may be in some trouble. He doesn't have Icarus dive any longer. Yeah, they're gonna go for him. They skew him up to the high ground, trying to force him to use the Icarus dive. Or realize that he doesn't. Yeah, just gonna foul. The lift onto the Magnus. Magnus being pinned to a tree there. They don't have any damage though. They throw out the Raw. What's that onto? It's onto the Oracle, who still has false promise, and he false promises himself. So now Van is just being clowned on. Raging Potato, once again, he's stunned up. He's the one in trouble. He's going to die. RP onto 2 heroes. They're dealing a lot of damage. And RP is stolen, but the Rubik doesn't even casting it. They're all going to die here, I think. Jamesy being bashed up, being taken down. Abed goes down as well. The reincarnation is being used. The chrono is just dropped just to be safe. This egg is going to go off, I think. Yeah, it does. So maybe these heroes from the side of Cignal can go out. I don't think so, though. But Pala still continues to chase. Dumps out 2 trees. Abed being skewered back into the rest of the team. Goes down. And they want Grims as well. Grims goes to the Icarus die. See you later, nerd. 14K to net worth lead now. I think Cignal cannot do it.
Take a knee, peasant.
Second. Cignal. Walk up onto the high ground, discover Palos right there, go straight for the Raw onto him. They will be able to chain it into the spear. The spear will stun him up and they barely manage to take him down. But then the artillery barrage is coming in from the Snapfire. 2 heroes silenced up, magnetized up. Van in a lot of trouble. He's going to die. The RP is available. No, it is not. It's not for 15 seconds. That is the arena going down defensively, trying to get out of there. But Jamesy, I don't think he's able to make it out. He has no TP. He's going to have to keep on running. The Snapfire Blast actually catches him on the tail end of it. Sunray TP. Good. Get the kill.
on the Faceless Void, but it's not fully clean. Get punished on the reach. On, it is still worth it. If they can hold, now that Palos has crossed and it's gonna come straight down. Hit the side of Execration. They know that this is safe because they still have RP and Cignal. Cignal don't have anything. They have the egg in the arena. File. Very fast roll shot, still not fast enough. Ares potentially in trouble, gets skewered back into the rest of the team. Finished off, godlike already on Ken. Buyback from where? Perfect. They have to do that. The fight is pretty much a last chance for Cignal to control the game. Oh, this is a show. Trying to wait for. Oh, they actually skewered the Rave King up onto the high ground. Does Rave King a reincarnation? He does. That's an arena onto the heroes, but the double chrono on these two heroes. They're all dead. The RP is stolen. It catches only the Magnus though. So that's a useless RP as well as a useless chrono. All these spells thrown into oblivion. The stun there for RR. He is going to be killed. Can he get the false promise off? He does. So he will survive. Everybody's still alive in this fight except for the Earth Spirit. Finally, the Rubik will die. Beyond Godlike on Ken, while all this is happening, the Sunray is going on to Ara, who's pretty much full HP at the end of the false promise. Abed is going to die here. The Radiance Blood is doing quite a bit, but not enough. And these heroes from the side of Cignal have just come to die. This is the end of the game you are watching, ladies and gentlemen. They might not call it for a bit, but they should. 4 for 1. The DD is there. Bottled. Power is. That was a very sloppy fight by both sides. It's just the power of being overfarmed that keep Execration on the winning end of that. But they play good enough. Win this game at 25 minutes very, very convincingly. Try for the skewer, they don't get it, it doesn't matter. The Rex is going to go. First Rex down. Abed's trying to farm the BKB now. In case these fights were not going bad enough already, Raging Potato from the Agony Scepter. Inside the pit. I'm able to finish this in time. Van goes for the Raw. All Trommels though does go on the Palos. And can they get the Aegis? They do. It's on to Van. Van also gets the kill on the Roshan. RR will finally die. The arena is keeping all these heroes in. Yeah, still pretty low. BKB is used by Magnus. He finally has the RP. He goes for the RP onto these heroes. I think no, he's just going to hit the egg. But the egg is not going to die. They're on the way out. The RP is used. Ken actually going to fall from the end of that sphere, giving 800 gold away to the enemy's side. Execration? Have you just thrown? I don't think so. I don't think it's a throw just yet, but that is a fight that you did not have to lose. A lot of it comes down to the fact that Raging Potato was not there. Oh! The gobble and the spit up. Potato just gonna start fishing for kills. Bagging himself. Helps that he has such tanky cores. You throw in the Magnus, you just beat RP straight away. Fight, I think. Same thing for the point, except it's on a larger scale. see coming across the map from each other. Oh, the Goblin actually misses now. Raging Potato skewered to the wall. There is the Fall Promise to keep him alive if they need it. He actually leaps across the wall. He will go down though. Fall Promise was not used. Probably didn't realize that he was going to die that quickly. Ares does go down. Kalos has the Chronosphere. He's looking for a good place to use it. He might not have to because Van is already dead on the other side of this map along RR. And now this is just chaos in the pit. James will finally go down. Up on the other end. Carlos is 1v1ing Brave King, taking him down. Maybe the... Oh! Maybe it does... Oh no, the bash! The Sunray almost keeps the Wraith King alive to escape. But the bashes will finish him off. And 4 heroes without buyback on the side of... 4 heroes without buyback on the side of Cignal. Execration will take a second lane of Rex. And most likely the game. Not bad at all. These kids have been destroyed. 14 to 39, 29,000 net worth lead in a 29-minute game. And to add insult to injury, items from Cignal are all items that need them to fight now. No long-term plan here. They have to win these fights. Cannot split push. Cannot delay. It's just so difficult. Against an Execration lineup that has so many items on them. There's a BKB on BD. It's crazy. Blink on RR as well. Definitely a blink on Sampai. They're gonna toss him in. Keyword back, they will get it. Onto Mark, into an RP, onto 2 heroes. The cookie is available if they need it. The counter steal on the RP and catches 3 heroes, but it doesn't even matter. They're all going to die. You'll stop into the air. Is this Beastmaster? The roll is there. Abed calls the GG. He knows it's over. It's a 1-for-1. A very poor draft leads to a very, very poor game. Who would have thought? What a surprise. It's almost like they needed a little bit more damage. And now they're 1-1. One of these teams will go home happy, while the other will, well, have a lot of harsh words in the dressing room after this game because, boy, neither game looked pretty. Game 1, sloppy fought out to the finish by Cignal Ultra, and Game 2, Execration just stomped them to the ground. So now Cignal Ultra have to decide, do we want to persist with the way we played this game? Last game, the draft, even to a relatively amateur player like me, the question was always, where is the damage? How can we even survive this game against Execration's lineup? I didn't see the damage, I didn't see the catch, and as it stands, they did not have the damage and he did not have his catch. What a surprise. Now Cignal Ultra ban out that IO, they cannot deal with that hero. Just a little bit too much. Constant reminder, their inability to slay auto full. Well, if that's something that they're afraid of, they might have to look at banning the Oracle too, because damn did the Oracle do so much work against them last game. Execration take out the Venomancer and the Clockwork, and Cignal choose that Tiny. Now Execration has to decide which is the they want to pick in the game. They could go for that Magnus, they looked very good with it last game. Ken played it pretty well. A lot of that though did come down to him being very comfortable in playing against Jamesy. Did go down once, Jamesy, but immediately responded with 2 turn kills.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Behold the horn of Magnus. What a surprise. They might go for the Magnus, and there they go. That's their Ken hero. Going to off lane as well, but most likely that is going to be a mid Magnus. Very reliable, not really forced out of the lane by anything. And Cignal Ultra have to think, do we want to pick up something like the Timber Saw? Maybe forces him out of lane, or is that not a possibility? Time to think. Back-to-back picks anymore. They will go for that Snapfire. They see the Snapfire, might want to take out Faceless Void. Very big part of the Snapfire's effectiveness last game. As much as it is a good pick for Cignal, it also is an eye pick for Execration. Not want to give them synergy with AoE stun. The AoE damage that it provides just a little bit too much just too much in tandem. Magnus's contribution. What are they going to pick now on the side of Execration? Faceless Void. Okay, I did say it was likely picked up there. Cignal Ultra, along with that Snapfire. Execration side, they're going to go for it instead. Now they have the same opening combo that they used Game 2 to great effectiveness. Cignal Ultra will respond to the same thing. They want the Beastmaster. Okay. Well, it's not terrible. And this time, at least, they do have some damage coming out of Snapfire's ulti. But this Beastmaster hero is not exactly a hero that provides a lot. Yeah, the attack speed aura is nice, but really you're picking it for that and get pickoffs with the roll. You just don't see a good window for it. Because whoever you go on, there's gonna be an RP and a Chronosphere waiting. Want to see that Winter Wyvern being picked up for Cignal Ultra. You need a force. Break up these fights with the Magnus and the Faceless Void. Pick up the Wyvern, pick up the Dark Willow, pick up something like that. Destroying these fights, make them leave them hard for clumping. Because otherwise they will run straight at you. And they go for the Rubik again! Don't do this to yourself, Cignal Ultra!
Earth Spirit.
have to stop your addiction to Rubik. Now a spirit is picked. Execration are going to run a train on you. They're going to do the exact same thing. And can Cignal Ultra stop it? I don't think so. Just looking at ceilings right now. Cignal Ultra, they're like, fuck, not this shit again. Up some burst damage, Cignal Ultra. You need more burst damage. Like, crack baby. The Sven would provide some burst.
Legion Commander.
They go for the LC. Okay. Now you have 2 single target BKB piercing disables. And, well, the only thing you have to combo with that is the Snapfire ulti. It's... Execration go for the Warlock. They have every piece of the puzzle they need to win this game. Cignal Ultra! Why? If Cignal Ultra win this game, I will eat a pair of shorts live on stream. Seconds remaining for the ban there for Cignal Ultra. They took out the Oracle earlier and they took out the Viper. Now I think you take out something like the Pain. A lot of damage into that Chrono allows them all move in together with what they really want to get that Earthstraight and the Void and Magnus. They all want to jump in as a group, take you out quick. Timbersaw would be a really good ban as well. I just noticed. Cignal Ultra have no way to deal with Timbersaw in their laning phase. It destroys the Beastmaster and it destroys the Legion Commander. No matter where Execration choose to put it, there's always going to be an opportunity for the Timbersaw to do good work. Ban out the Queen of Pain as predicted.
Zeus.
Execration chooses to go for the Zeus? Okay, that's an interesting choice. It's the middle Zeus now. Magnus, 1 Faceless Void, most likely. 4 Earth Spirit. Gives them a lot of burst, and the Nimbus is going to be especially against the leader. The other thing about the Nimbus is that it cancels the Snapfire ulti. The only source of damage the Cignal Ultra still have. 4 hero picks in, you have no damage.
Phantom Assassin.
Now they pick up the damage. Pick up the Phantom Assassin going to be played here by Abat. It's not a good Phantom Assassin game, that's the problem. Why is it not a good Phantom Assassin game? Well, because none of these heroes on the side of Execration are easy to kill. And on top of that, they have a lot of spells they can drop to stop you, to discourage you from coming in. And even if you get off to a good game, you have so many BKB piercing disables that you as a Phantom Assassin will just be used to the late game because your 5-second BKB is going to be wasted completely by simply 2 spells. Nothing else can do after that. It is a dodgy pick to say the least. Whether or not it will lane well against the Magnus is another question. I'm not really sure myself. Mid Zeus, I expected on the 4 Earth Spirit, they absolutely rocked last game. Colossus on the 1 position. Magnus. We'll see how Raging Potato is on the Magnus. Not playing it, he was handling it last. The Execration. 2 really good Magnus players. Cignal Ultra. Just to put Gamesy on Legion. That's us as a mid Legion commander.
That can stop this man.
this!
Holy moly! Attack again!
Oh, this guy has no chill, man.
Assist to faceless.
Oh, let's do this!
There is nothing that can stop this man!
What the f just happened?
At the drafts alone, I do not like Cignal's chances in this game. Can they redeem themselves from what was an absolutely catastrophic beating last game? Not really sure. In the bot lane, it's going to be a bet. Phantom Assassin. In the mid lane, going to be Jamesy on that Legion. You're going to see Van on that Beast. Followed closely by Grims on the 4. The 5 position standby actually. Rubik on the 4. Well, Harris on the 4 position. Rubik. My brain is absolutely malfunctioning today. Raging Potato on the Magnus. Already in the off lane. Ken on the middle. Zoo. RR here. Block here going. Earth Spirit played by B03. You're such a player. You're such a man.
Nothing but my
Revealing the fact that they have no ward middle. That is what BT is doing. Checking for a middle ward, finding none. Loss at top. Not feel that comfortable contesting for the walk over, trying to steal it. Not much damage though. Is not, because he does not get it. Off to a bad start already. Not the end of the world.
I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
Tell us absolutely not how this game. LC versus Zeus in the mid lane. I've never seen this matchup before. It's been a while since Zeus is that relevant, and LC has never reliable mid. Good in a pinch, but usually people pick it only against. Definitely not. A time when Zeus dealt 0 damage, right clicks and lost it. Chain lightning based. Nowadays, it's hitting so hard. We would deny the hell out of Jamesy and harass it.
But my sadness that you're gone.
Jamesy knows. Tough matchup. Top. Van and the Reese against Pelos and RR. The heals coming out from Pelos. Very difficult. That even if they get engaged in a Rican war, not actually taking out as many as Execration. Rather, Execration isn't using as many resources as they are putting in. He's losing his Arbet reveal. Right here. Oh, it's well, playing all the way back here. Apparently BD managed to pull away all the way back to his own tower, and Grim has had to follow it. That's a deny, that's nice. Range creep as well. Grim's definitely got the better of that exchange, but that they're happy with. I have to say, Abad is already level 3, Raging Potato only level 2.
There is nothing that can stop
Level hit,
this
2
man.
minutes. Alarming. Mid lane, both heroes very, very close. Yes, it's gonna be 16 for after Jamesy is done last hitting this. Spot 11 to 8. Potato, obviously, by this squad. Maybe in trouble here. He's dropping very, very low. He doesn't have the skill. He knows he's going to die. Why is he doing? There was no backup coming in. He's just fighting his way to the end. He knew he didn't have skill. Why was he playing so far up? I guess he thought that he could always just stick and TP, but
just a massive error, unexplained, inexplicably rising situation like this. Run down here with the ball. Yeah, he's going to die. The reason why he's not TPing because he knows there is going to be a lift, and it does go out there. He admits nothing but his sadness that. Can if we block TP in the region, but the cookie is there onto this Zeus who's potentially in trouble. They need 2 more right clicks on him. He actually turns around. What is that? Ken, why did you turn around? Now he's going to die. They're rolling for more, trying to get the kill onto Grims. They will get it. Nice play there by BD with the Cristiano Ronaldo finish. They lose their mid to the enemy mid. Not a good trade at all for the side of Execration. Wait, I bet it gets skewered back into the enemy tower. Not heal. Just shrug off the damage, get healed. So EDs walks over and punches Grims off the roof. The end of the world. Start of one either. Going to go for the cookie. Onto Raging Potato. The roll does connect barely onto a bet. They're looking for the jump after the skewer. He does do it properly, so he kills out Raging Potato and he's just going to TP out to safety. Just thought about the Thunder God's Wrath. This communication there, BD, he should not have knocked him into the tower, should have knocked towards Ken instead. Ken was waiting in the wings there, ready to cancel. Pulling down onto Graves, lighting him up. Spells, are they going to pop the ulti for this? Only if it's necessary, I think. It's not. Another thing that's very nice with Execration lineup, they have a Link spell, Linky spell. What is a Linky spell? Fatal Bonds. They have Fatal Bonds. And they have Zeus ulti. Together. Make people disappear. Palos is taking all the damage that he's being lifted back.
I admit nothing but myself.
Nothing but his sadness that he's going to dive him under this tower because he's just so weak at the time moment. Goes for the heal a little bit too late. Hesitation. The stick there. Now RR being beaten up by Jamesy. Jamesy is looking for the duo win. He's just going to chase this down all the way to the end. So right now, the roll is going to be there to slow him up though. Can he kill him in time? He cannot. One more right click away. Coming altered, but he does. Kills it. One tower will be taken here by Cignal. Execration seem loath to respond. They're gonna want their T1 tower down bottom instead, and that's when they find Grims is hiding in the tree. I don't know what the plan is here. They're gonna slow him down. He was looking for the shockwave into the skewer, not gonna get it. Pedro has the skewer. Can he get the duel off? Thinking about it, but realistically not gonna get it. He gets skewered up onto the tree, but he actually does it wrongly, so he's also trapped there. I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me. They're gonna go for the kill. Now onto Jamesy, the lift as well to try to clear Palos. But Palos goes to the 2-man chrono, they're all on the edge. A beautiful chrono there by Palos. It's gonna claim the lives of 2.
I admit
Palos gets a double kill. Eris and Grims hit the deck. He admits nothing but his sadness that they're gone, which is the same as admitting nothing because it doesn't feel sad at all. 2 kills. Void. That's his TP down bottom to keep on farming. He's going for the Battle Fury on the Phantom. A greedy build-up.
nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
Nothing that can stop this man.
Down at bottom, Palos cleaned up by Grid.
Nothing but nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
Raging Potato may be in trouble here. They get the lift out onto him, potentially the cookie as well, but they don't want to force the issue. Not standing there, and they know that Cat is around. Potato looking for a skewer. Thinking about that RP. He's skewers in. Yeah, in range of RP, he does get it. The cookie is there to interrupt the fight though. He's gonna get dueled up on the Magnus. Raging Potato hits the deck. BD, does he have a roll away? He does not. So he will go down. 1 for 2. In the end, both offlaners die, as does additional Earth Spirit. Type of Execration. That, combined with the fact that Cignal get the duo win, soundly make that a good in their favor. And as we hit to the 10-minute mark, 10 minutes, look to be Cignal, the highest net worth in the game, but everyone else is doing 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Roll there. Presence of mind, RR just TP.
Friends, let us skirmish.
Asking, fight. Of course they want to. Wrong right now. Oops. Up for an easy cheeky kill. Not find it, so he will hit out for this. He finds the rest of his Cignal are trying to force the issue right here. Not sure if Execration is place to respond to this. Though Potato is far behind. The other cores from Execration are starting to outfarm Cignal. 500 net. Oh, a very nice Thunder God's Wrath. Feels the fact Cignal us. Cignal will now be dissuaded from making an aggressive play to get the duel onto Phaser's Void though. He's just being rivered down. He gets a jump off? No, he does not. He almost got the jump off, but the Raw was used to hold him down. If he only was a little bit faster, he would be able to jump Chrono and TP. That would have been safe because they use all their stuns already. Stack. Get up there. What a smoke. Side of Execration. The Chrono of cooldown now. It's actually not the Chrono. Blink Dagger on this Magnus. This is a good idea. They're gonna roll in, get the silence out. Two heroes looking for an RP right there. Who is going to start the fight dead? Nobody apparently. Fan gets out alive. The Rubik as well. They're gonna get a duel out the Raging Potato if they want it. James, he hesitates on the duel. should have just gone for it, I think. They would have gotten a kill. The shockwave was available to burst him down too. Most certainly would have died, but the hesitation there, JNZ, allows Execration without a hitch. Still not a terrible outcome considering. Ace, gate farm, I see. Battle Fury. And Execration are playing a very, very slow and methodical game. You don't really want to use have it. Or at least right after they tried to realize what the problem. Now they're stopped. We're going to be complete therefore this faceless fighting item that allows him to do lying on his and has chosen to go for the Boots of Travel and the Aether Lens. Oh, duo in the mid lane along with the Raw onto the Raging Potato there, everything being used for this kill. They barely get the dual victory damage, but whatever, a kill's a kill. Get a chrono out of the LC. LC may be in a lot of trouble, taking a lot of damage from the Fatal Box. He will just go down straight away. And Palos going to town onto Ares though. Ares with a stolen chrono. It doesn't work on Palos as usual. So Palos just jumps out and finishes him off. Cignal got a kill, got cocky, went up to the high ground. God, that Chronosphere exists. Still farming up anybody's game. Net worth graph. Well, on highly negative. He really does want the Blink Dagger. He's got about 800 gold to go. Oh, get that reliable RP. Trying to down to 50%. Now, by Execration it was, they had the high ground. They should know they did in the pit, but they're not. Definitely a mistake. They're strong, that's for sure. Especially because they have RP up. Then with his Necro Tree, looking they roll forward onto Grims. Grims who they saw under a ward. That's gonna be a blink in and a duel from Jamesy. Oh, the fire, it's all coming in, lighting them up. Jamesy barely misses out on the dual damage, but he gets the kill, so he'll be perfectly happy with it. 10 seconds until Palos gets his RP. He's gonna be slowed up by all these units.
have enough damage to kill him just yet, though he finally is going to go down. He will be depleted to 0 and Raging Potato on the run. Has the RP, has to use it on these 3 heroes together, but it's not enough damage. He's still waiting for the skill. He skills into them actually, hoping to push them to the high ground, unable to do so, and now all these heroes are going to die.
Nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
They didn't get any of the ultis out. Execration! They died with the golem available, they died with the chrono available. The RP was a desperate scramble away from targets and he knew would die from it. Just press buttons, man. This is a Gawk stream moment right here. Why doesn't this guy just press buttons? That is why, Gawk. Why? Players don't press buttons. Pep players do any different. They get a duo kill onto Ken. Alice is Vengeance did friend, but I've got to come and killed my pal. Not exactly an eat. Alice wants to go for the asset. Why? That's given how it doesn't really help. Still get trapped for the same amount of time inside that crow. Looking forward, looking for a duel. It's on to BDZ. Came off once again with the artillery barrage, and it's going to Raging Potato there. That gets from Hyper Lost. Nice pick me up. Oh, that was happening, by the way. The PA kills the Zook in the back line. I was wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I was wrong. This was a very good drop by Cignal, apparently. I know nothing about Dota, and they're going on to Raging Potato. Potato cannot do anything except be fried. Ay, ay, ay. Execration are Filipino, but they are looking Irish because they take a look at their base and they realize they have no potato. Dying because no potato. Base is gone. Home is gone. The English are invading. Come on, Cignal. One set of Rex is down. They're circling the second half of the map. They want those towers. The outer towers. This is a good, safe play. Tier 1 tower to be down. Tier 2 tower to be down. Get that huge network lead. Get those items and end it straight away. Pip RR. RR, what have you done? I've been watching this game and I couldn't begin to tell you what he's done. Nothing so far. These rocks, they're, well, non-existent really. They don't really do much of anything. Hesitation of some of the early rocks causes fall off quite significantly. All smoked up right now. The RP and still have the crow. Looking forward, the Hawk does scout out the lost. Thing in, BD does not get in. Block to safety there, almost. Right. Gage is gonna get the duel onto this Void. Void is just going to end.
I admit
45 seconds, no buyback. He jumps onto RR, gets used up by BD, but it's not Arbet just yet. Arbet still has the, not has the courier, has the Aegis. Auto. Now they're working on the T2 tower. It should not last so much longer. The Aegis will expire though. Remains to be seen whether Cignal think that they should go high ground. Doesn't look like it. They're keeping away on the bat. Unaware. Faceless Void has no buyback, of course. Will not make a risk just yet. Just wait for the turn. It's in about half to about minutes. Be tight. For an Arbet when he shows up, that would be a good play for Execration. They dropped the RP as well. All the spells being used here. They chain stun him to death. He will finally die. Very well played. Execration buying themselves a stay of execution.
What the just happened? What the just happened?
Waiting for a good and opposite reaction here. Law of inertia is one property. Law of equal and opposite reactions is the other. The smoke when you smoke. And the duo right here onto the Faceless Void. That's not an easy duo by any means though. They don't have the follow-up damage because Snapfire did not cast the ulti just yet. He finally gets it off. It's instantly cancelled by the roll. Now Cignal, they look to be losing this fight here. Van already going to die. Has the magic sting, but I don't think it matters if he uses it or not. He does use it just to delay him a little bit further. The side of Cignal use all their ultimates, realize that they do nothing and back off. Very good choice. Vent. Oh, that's not a good. The Snapfire. How does more? So much damage. Onto the high ground, using up. Snapfire in a lot of trouble. They see her through Mimicate because of the sentry. He's trying to walk the opposite way. The rope, who's it actually connect on? I'm not really sure. It is the Faceless Void. Faceless Void just jumps out the other way. Grims is dead. Execration. And a few unanswered kills. Cignal. Sloppy. What happens when you start being sloppy?
See you later, nerds. What the just happened?
Oh, that's a BKB. Oh, onto this. I think we have to leave. The raw wasted, and you just have to accept that. They get a skewer onto Ben in the meantime. He's still trying to run away. Ring Potato throws a shockwave onto him though, and the roll will finally finish him off, I think. He's trying to get BD before he dies. He will not. Done in 1 minute. Seconds. Love of God. Mess. Execration. Odd vision. Just some things he punished. James C. in the job. They're outside protecting their own. Not will see any of them yet. They have the Basher now. This is good enough. It's Basher plus BK. Cross pings like crazy. They know that this is coming. The Necro Book. They revealed the Necro Book. That should have been more than enough information for Execration not to be caught like this. Bingo, we get the Blink Dagger off. Nice one there by Raging Potato. Waste the smoke and they waste Salty. Not a good way for this fight to start. Fight. Cignal. Again, counter the possibility of that fake back thingy. Okay, there you go. In down there, Aegis. Execration should know what's happening there. Out of the high ground.
They know. Doesn't mean anything. Second. Behind the chop. A 10-year-old.
What the f just happened?
Well, Ken did just die in the back line. We're just here to watch Ares perish. In. Yeah, as well. Right there.
Nothing that can stop this man.
Out trying to catch him on. That's all. Right away, go for the duel. Onto the space to avoid the rock on the tree here though, along with that RP, maybe a little bit of an overcommitment. Oscar, finally somebody will die. It's actually Jamesy who perishes. Oh, but the instant crit takes away Palos from this fight. Abatus here immediately snap your hopes and dreams. Wait till he goes Thanos on your base. Half of it disappears. Already, half of it has disappeared. Something for. So item progression inside of both of these. This is why he's had the MKB for a bit. S and Y, Echo Saber, Master Madness. It's actually the kind of build that you have a lot of gold, but you don't actually big items that he has are Yasha and MK. Not exactly the best when it comes to these big items. Scepter and Ghost. Put an Aghanim Scepter. Except game already, and Zeus does anybody in back and forth. Could have been spotted by something. Things. By Execration. But in their base, these people out already. Yeah, they definitely know. Or somehow, I think it. Animation. Team is behind, but they fight and they're scrappy and they last for another 20 minutes and then they lose. If that is the case, there are better times to do that than dinner. Aegis did just expire.
Friends, let us skirmish.
Amazing. After this, they get the broken and on the Yule. Is dead. They're gonna jump in to finish the unnecessary parallels review. Yeah, but he will. Actually did miss. Sorry, but my hit on the little bit. Paradox picks up Jamesy. Now the side of Cignal seems to be crumbling. They're actually rolling onto a bat. Chrono barely whiffs! Barely whiffing right there. Palos may be in trouble there. They do not to slow him down though. The RP is available. Use the RP? No, it was actually already used onto Vet. But a Vet will actually die despite having the BKB on. And BDZ will simply just walk away from this fight. Close your eyes and walk away. Does exactly that. Audit for his death. That series of events for Cignal East. Thought that might have been their goal, the more massive with was not. Obviously, getting bashed by the faceless void even inside a BKB is a great thing, but have any backup, even if he was looking to faceless void. Sign of any backup. Van was too late to make it to fight with RP did. Septo. But actually, they're finding him. BD gonna get rolled up by Van and Grims. They take quite a long while to kill him. He goes on a stick, tried to roll away, but Grims was blocking it. Inside, Happy Zappy Nimbus.
Skirmish.
Yes.
What the just happened?
我是一个没有感情的刷钱机器。我是一个没有感情的刷钱机器。
Are going. They wish they were emotional. Cignal. They were one lane of Rex ahead. They were comfortably clear the enemy call. If they only were unemotional, went to farm, this game would have been over. Instead, they keep trying to do a little bit too much with what little they have. Well, not even what little they have. They had quite a good hand too. Just if you're playing blackjack and we get a 20, you don't hit. Oh, yeah, the 21. That's not how it works. You just kind of stand with it. Pause it there as the 5-player next Execration. Speaking of Execration, I wonder what happened to Mando. Cignal, dude. Thunder God's Wrath as well, just without. Cignal just get out area to farm up. This is what they have been playing. Right there. Cignal with the minus armor so damn quickly. This one is with the refresher shot. I'm not sure. Probably going to be going to that Beastmaster for the double roll. Yeah, has a Phantom Blink, Phantom Strike cast range. Hey. You're gonna be found side of Cignal. That's the ethereal blade to save somebody. Cignal side actually gets harder, but not been. Practically Satanic up on this. So fat. Pat himself. Bet. Thing right here, they're gonna go onto his Magnus, but that's a chrono! What they were expecting, the fire though, is gonna burn down Reggie Potato that he's gonna buy back straight away. Can they kill off Palos? They do. Palos has no buyback. Okay, that's surprisingly good. The cheese is popped on Jamesy. Jamesy is standing his ground against the Reggie Potato buyback. It's a chrono, it was a stolen chrono. It goes on to the Zeus. Yeah, he might not kill the Zeus, but that's good enough. He just kind of delay him. Force him away. Abad being yelled up though. That was his Aegis. Abad, he might die here. He needs help. Team, is there any team? Doesn't look like there is. Another roll onto him. He gets healed up. What was healing him, I'll never know. But he turns around and cleaves people to death. And BD hits the deck. They're going second lane of Rex. Not doing this though. HP. Now they think I see from Abad. Good. All ready to go onto the high ground. Vet looking for that roll. They don't have detection though. Mistake from them. The dust is there though. For that Earthstrade. Earthstrade will die.
I admit nothing but my sadness that
A lot of damage. That's bets. Aegis and stuff like that. Not lose your Aegis already got hype. Hype to that monster. Might not lose his life, but Execration looked like they might be losing. Lift on Ken. Yeah, he managed to get his way out, jumping forward. Palos, not that he had a kill there. The lane of Rex cannot run, only the heroes can. I was wondering where Legion Commander was running. I saw him running away from the Faceless Void. That made sense, but I'm not sure why he ran in a line there instead of up. I guess that's the reason why. And it burns, burns, burns. The Ring of Fire. I don't know what to do. Lanes of Rex down. Execration must start to make some tough decisions. Trying and trying to take these fights over and over again. Constant. That every time they come close to something or other saves him. Lift with a raw. Sudden heat LC. On two. Same thing with. It's always a aim for more. Maybe there needs to be a more coordinated plan. You smoke up Faceless Void, you wait for the RP first after something like that.
As it is, they're just running in and throwing spells, and then realizing that the 4 heroes out
That can stop
a
this
spell
man.
Just happened.
to save you or whatever. Back because you get the LC back and they lose the game. They're gonna be very hard done by, given how far ahead they are now. Looked like they were going to show the game for quite a long while there, but now they take the second lane of Rex. Much. Here they home. Where might die and have no buyback. Everybody in the game has no buyback other than the Radiant support. Watch out for the possibility that you could easily game luxury that they have on the side of Cignal is die here and not have buyback. Powers are still up, so it will take quite a long time. No Execration tracks, but that's still the PA here, you don't even ball. Jump out and leave. Jump to the ball line for it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long, long day of Dota. Bone tired and so are these players. What time is it in the day? It's 8 PM. Oh, wow. Late. I liked the item, but beginning to look worse and worse. Maybe it's just difficult. Nice. Oh, LC finally back here. Okay, we can see Cignal finish off this game. It's Zapdom's Elephant! A bat? And underestimating damage. Boss pings like crazy. Spirit knew where he was. Stop it. Bat is absolutely humongous right now. Empower on him. See, it's pretty much guaranteed a crit. He's hit pseudo red. Save that. That's just save that crit. Saved it. Gotten a kill for the else crit possibly. Dragging him set. Kind of signal. Oh, they actually get the lift out onto this faceless void. Think of. In the end, the only casualty is fires multiple cooldown. Good choice by Cignal not to think going. RP the kill. What is that cast range of the Chaotic Offering? What the hell? 150%, 150 cast range, 125. This guy can cast Golem from like beyond night vision. It's a 1000 range spell for him. And that's not even the full radius of it. So if you add the full radius, like 1300 units. Jesus. How do you even cleanly hit on them? Ugh. I think Execration realizes that he's dead, or Execration? What are you looking at your creep whip? Execration! Straight for this. Will die here. There's no way he makes it out of this.
That's when Abed just and he's gonna finish off Raging Potato. No, Raging Potato actually manages to pop the Ghost Scepter. They're gonna kill off with the axes, and meanwhile Abed, what did he kill off? He killed off the Earth Strip.
That you're gone.
1 second necessary for him to jump down to the low. Time dilation making it tricky to anybody. Catch them, but that's okay. He gets 2 kills, and all of those heroes have no buyback. Ooh, would not have made it anyway. Oh, trying to burst down Abed as quickly as possible. It happened. Abed jumps onto the Zeus. Zeus is gone. Ken is dead. Ken buys back straight away. Paddle trying to man deep. Trying to man out versus Abed. The time lapse actually heals him up almost to full. Trying to fight this one. Van is going to go down here. He's still alive. How is Van still alive? He finally goes down. And in the back lines of Van, not able to kill anybody off for good. James looking for the duo. He gets the duo out onto the Faceless Void. It's a very, very short duo. The BKB is popped on the Faceless Void. They can't kill off anybody. Neither of these two sides can kill anybody. They're going to go in for James. He finally now. Abed kills off Ken. That's a dieback from Ken. The bashes are very strong here on Abed. Abed realizes that's not a fight he can win, so he will just go for the easier target, which is the Warlock. He finishes him off, but now he's rolled onto. He has no BKB. He has to stay standing up. He's going to be there, trying to heal up as much as he can so he doesn't go down to Carlos. Carlos still 1v1ing him. It's man versus the walls. He gets the bashes onto Abed. Abed will finally die. The RP is late, but it's good enough. Van will die as well. They're going to get 5 heroes here. A 5 for 1. They get the T3 tower for their troubles. But that is all.
There is nothing that
Is this a troll? Think so, not just yet. As I mentioned earlier, they do have the buffer. All 3 towers. These were all relatively out. So they might be able to do this. I have Chrono for this next fight. Butterfly. The Palos is maxed out. All he can do next is sell his Echo Save or maybe upgrade it. Silver Edge. Silver Edge would be important thing more than disabling the evasion. The evasion is whatever. Disabling the crit. You disable the crit. Offender Assassin dies. Same thing for disabling the Moment of Courage. Take down this T1 tower. I feel like they could have gone Throne there. They should have gone Throne there. They have the Chronosphere. So if anyone stepped out, they could have forced a very, very terrible situation. Cignal. Now Cignal heroes are beginning to come back. Vitalized. Very, very much shaken. That game. Biggest shock to them is how strong this Faceless Void is. Able to win a 1v1 against the PA. A lot of that comes down to Empower, of course. Inside the pit. Take down Roach as possible. It's pressure and the Aghanims. Do they know that this is happening? I don't think so. Taking their own sweet time doing God knows what. They finally do smoke. It is too late though. It's too late. It's way too late. This is gone. Does pick them up. Rolling in. Earthspit. Gonna get rolled up in the face. Where are the heroes to kill that Earthspit? What's he doing? That's a duo out of this Magnus. It's a terrible duo though. Caught inside the RP now. PA is gonna die. That's death on PA. He has no buyback. PA has no buyback. This is the end of the game. Just threw the game. They throwing the game so hard now. Van's gonna fall. They're zapping him to pieces. He finally does take down. He has no buyback either. They're all going to die. Cignal.
What the fuck just happened?
This game was in the bag. The RP is committed. They're gonna use a refresher shot as well. They don't give a foot about his hero. Let's just try it. EA is done. Hey. What just happened?